Tati, hi, it's me, Tati.
Hi, Tati. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Just trying to stay from going insane, but doing great. Doing great.
How are you keeping from going insane?
Well, I've been doing workouts every morning, which has been nice, and then I've just kind of taken it a day at a time, whatever kind of I guess inspires me to do during the day. I've been doing script work because I'm supposed to be shooting a film once this whole crisis is averted. So I've been doing a lot of script work. I've had a few self tapes, and then I've just been reading, meditating, doing a lot of journaling, just using this time as like, I guess, self cultivation, and yeah, just charging my power up. I know a lot of my friends have been doing like Zoom calls, like group Zoom calls and stuff, and playing games and stuff that way. Um, and my generation is very creative too. So I know I have a lot of friends that are making music right now. I just ordered some canvases and paint to start painting. So we know how to like put our like we still grew up during a time where we would go outside and play. Like we weren't always inside with the video games and the computers and our phones. Like we still know what it's like to do things without technology involved.
So, how are you parlaying your love of fashion while you cannot leave the house?
I've been trying to just dress up for myself, kind of, I guess. Like that's what I've done today. Like I get to look in the mirror every time I walk past it, so why not look nice for myself? Um, some days I'm just like, I'm not going to see anybody. Who cares?
One of the things that's hard to do is like keeping up things we need professionals for, like waxing our eyebrows, cutting
Right.
our hair, dyeing our hair. What are you doing?
Exactly. That's been. I've been just kind of trying to ignore those things. Like my eyebrows are getting a little out of hand. I do need to get my roots re-dyed, but I'm just, I'm like, we're living natural. Let the armpit hair grow a little bit, let the leg hair grow. Let's take it back to the Stone Ages.
You always promote self-expression and being yourself, and you encourage others to follow suit. So, how could you inspire others right now to be themselves when all they have is themselves?
I've been thinking about that a lot lately, actually. Especially the past week, because I'm not a big social media person.
You have 1 million followers.
Okay, yes. However, that is with the help, I think, of the TV shows and everything else. Because I personally don't get on social media that often. I don't check it that often, and I'm one of the few of my generation that's just not as present on social media.
Wow.
But and that's due to my own, I think, qualms with social media and the way that it's affected my generation, and the way that I think it's kind of pulled um, humanity away from its core of empathy. But that's a whole other thing. But I do really want to. I've been thinking a lot about how I can use my platform and can go on social media and and talk to people and get people's spirits up, because I know too, like mental health is a big struggle during this time as well, and it's something that I've struggled with, both now and in the past, and so and a big issue that I advocate for. So I do want to. I have had ideas of going on Instagram and doing like a paint party or something fun, just to get people's spirits up and get people's spirits going, and have camaraderie and community still during this time.
Do you think that this pandemic is really going to change the landscape of social media?
It's interesting. To be fully honest, no. I don't think, as much as I would hope for it, unfortunately, I don't think that it will change much.
Why?
Because I don't know, the way that society is really vain now, unfortunately. And even like, as even now, even during this time, when people, like, from what I have seen of social media, when people get on, they still make up their faces fully and put on a full thing just to do a video, or to it's still putting on a show for everybody. The optimist in me and the bohemian in me would love for this to change social media and have people be more honest and more genuine and authentic there. But I don't know. It doesn't look hopeful for me, unfortunately.
Now, are you binge watching something right now?
I've binge watched a lot of things in the last 2 weeks. Currently, I've been binge watching Tiger King, which has been all the rage. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy wild. I've been binge watching Sex Education on Netflix, or I binge watched it, done now, which is an awesome show. I love that show. I've been watching a lot of Futurama, for the Matt Groening fans out there. And I've been watching movies. I just watched The Joker. I hadn't seen Joker yet, and finally got a chance to watch that, which was awesome.
In terms of, eating, are you on the eat more or the eat less at home food regime right now?
So I started on the eat more food regime, and now I'm on the eat less food regime. I think for the first week and a half, I was binge eating out of anxiety and boredom. But now I'm with my workouts and stuff and eating less.
Now, what is the first thing that you're going to do the moment this crisis is finished?
Wow, that's a big question. I really want to go to the beach. I think I'm going to go to the beach. I'm a big nature kid. I like to be in nature a lot, and I feel like I've been missing out on that since this crisis has happened. To the beach. Gonna go surfing. Gonna go swimming.
Now, to get into your career, you've been acting in hit TV shows really since you started your career. We look at CW's The 100, Hulu's Freakish, Dimension 404. You've done animated series, Tarantula, The Emoji Movie, the new Owl House. And one of your recent roles, you're playing Prudence Knight, which is the head witch in Netflix Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which is a really great show. I was taken by actually how many times I've jumped watching it.
Nice.
And it's, meant for kids, but I was there. I was getting a little freaked out. What did you do to prepare for the role of being a witch?
So I did a lot of research actually into the Wiccan culture and Wiccan faith, and a lot of research, just into what modern witches, because we do have witches in the world. So I just did a lot of research into modern witchcraft and what they believe, what motivates them, what are their core values, and so just try to gather as much information as I could about modern day witches, to kind of just get into a mindset of how do witches think when it is, in terms of using their powers or casting spells and things like that. Where does their energy come from? And then as far as Prudence's personality and preparing for that, Eartha Kitt was a big influence for me growing up in general as a role model, but particularly for Prudence and her cat-like nature and her unapologetic sort of in your face kind of vibe.
You were mentioning you're getting ready to film. Are you talking about Uncharted?
Yes.
So this is, you're starring opposite Antonio Banderas and Mark Wahlberg. So congratulations on that. And this is based on the successful PlayStation game. this is going to be a game changer for you. So you obviously nailed the part. Tell me what you can so far about the part and how you got it.
Okay. I don't know how much I can actually say about my role. I don't think I can say much about my role. Other than I will be one of the antagonists. I think I can say that. Hopefully I can say that. I don't know. And then for as far as like getting the role, it was a very long process. Actually, it was about a 4-week process of me getting the role. I started out with a self-tape for one role and didn't get it, but they came about a week later. They came back and were like, "Hey, we want you to actually try this one." Did my audition, sent it off. And I was in the midst of filming Sabrina while doing this. About a week later, they're like, "Okay, we want you to have a director session." I was like, "Awesome, okay, great." So I had a meeting with the director via FaceTime. He then gave me notes, told me a lot about the character and the story. He then wanted me to do the scenes again. Did them again, sent them off. Another week goes by, and me like waiting to hear something. They then give me a call and say, "Okay, so now you're going to do a chemistry read with Mark Wahlberg." And I was like, "Oh, okay, crazy. All right, mind blowing." They called me. So yeah, later that same day, I was on set, and they were like, "Okay, we're doing this chemistry test at Mark Wahlberg's house," and that just like sent a whole wave of anxiety and like anxiety, excitement, like nerves, everything was just like, "Oh, okay, I'm meeting Mark Wahlberg for the first time in his own home. Okay, this is wild." Um, a few days later, flew out for a day trip to Los Angeles from Vancouver to do the chemistry read. Got straight from set the night before, on a plane, off a plane, through the chemistry read, and then another sort of assessment, and then another week went by, and they called me and told me I got the role. So that's a very long-winded story, but yeah.
Tati, it's been great talking to you.
It's been so great talking to you too, Tati. Thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun.
It's fun. It's talking with the Tatis.
Yes, that's great. We should have a whole segment, talking with the Tatis.
Yes. Once a month, we'll just reconvene and discuss everything that's happened in the world.
I think that this is great. This is a really innovative idea we've got here. I think this is awesome.
I love it. The two Tatis. You're the front of the t-shirt. I'm the back of the t-shirt.
Great.
It's perfect.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We'll try to enjoy the rest of your quarantine.
Thank you. I will. Same to you. And stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy.
I will. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Bye.